up? You want to join me? What's wrong? You look upset. I've had a bad day. My classmates called me names. What did they call you? Geek? But that's not a bad term. You should be proud of it. I am proud of it, but I thought it meant something negative. Nah, that was the old days. Don't worry about what it meant back then. Let's talk about what it means today to us. Okay. Kio-chan here, and it is week 5 here on VlogsOfSeven, and this week we're talking about our personal definitions of either the term geek or nerd. I chose the term geek because I classify myself more as a geek than I do a nerd. So before I go into what I personally think the definition should be, I'm going to read a couple things from Wikipedia because I found some of these really interesting. So the first thing I found was this. A derogatory reference to a person obsessed with intellectual pursuits for their own sake, who is also deficient in most other human attributes as to impair the person's smooth operation within society. Really? I don't think so. That might be a good definition for some geeks, not for all of us. I know not all geeks are obsessed with intellectual pursuits. I know I'm not. Though I do like to learn new things, I'm not obsessed with it. And it's not just for my own sake. Another thing, just because you're a geek does not really mean that you're going to be awkward in society. You cannot be a geek if you're a pretty much normal person and still have a shy personality, which would make you kind of awkward in some situations. So I really don't think the definition really fits the word geek. Another thing I found interesting was a person who relates academic subjects to the real world outside of academic studies. You're gonna do that anyway, no matter what kind of person you are. Like for math. Math is a big thing in our lives, even though we don't like to admit that. You're always gonna use math to figure out some situation. So that doesn't make much sense either for the term geek. I personally like this definition, which says, a more recent school of thought sees nerd as being a derogatory phrase, while geek is simply a description. It is taken to be someone who is enthusiastic, often in things outside of the mainstream spectrum. I kind of do like that definition a little bit more, so my personal definition of the term geek would be something along these lines. A description that describes a person who is very interested in a given subject matter that is either in or outside the mainstream. That, I think, is a perfect term to describe any type of geek. And there are so many types of geeks out there. There are sports geeks, there are theory geeks, there are anime, manga geeks, there are computer geeks. There's all kinds of geeks out there. No matter what you're interested in, if you really, really like it, and you really proclaim that you really like it, you can be called a geek. So I think that's my personal term for the word geek. Not anything that's derogatory or negative toward any particular group. It's just a description, and that's what I think it should be. So that's what I had to say on this particular topic. We will see Will tomorrow, and I'll be back next week with a new topic. So I hope you guys have a good day. See you later.